To perform on the balance beam, one must develop balance, body control, grace, and creativity. The beam is 4 inches wide and 16 feet long. Balance beam exercises begin with a mount. This is a front support mount. Using a straight arm support and a straddle, we have a straddle mount. To straddle mount on the end of the beam, one needs both arm strength and body control. The body is lifted. The hips are held high, and the legs are in a straddle. As the body rotates, preparation is made for the hand change. A closer view of the mount reveals the balanced grip of the hands. The body turns, and the hands change position. Here we see a side step-up mount. Approach the beam from an angle. Swing the inside leg forward and up on the beam. Now follow with the outside leg. The end position is a squat. This is the step-up mount on the end of the beam. Begin with a running approach. Take off of the floor or router board with one foot, spring vertically, and step onto the end of the beam. Locomotive moves such as walks, runs, skips, hops, and jumps are used on the beam throughout the routines. The plie or dip walk tests the balance of the gymnast. While practicing such moves, the gymnast can concentrate on arm work and body carriage. The arms should be soft and expressive throughout the balance beam routine. Jumps on the beam offer the gymnast a challenge in skills and add to a variety of moves. The gymnast should combine moves and continually work toward smooth transitions. Floor skills, such as scales, should be learned on the floor and later transferred to the beam. It is helpful to practice tumbling skills on the floor until perfect before trying them on the beam. The forward roll. Grasp the beam, tuck the head, and slowly roll forward. Keep the elbows close to the ears. Spotters are important to the gymnast practicing a new stunt. Lying on the back, grasp the beam overhead. Lift the hips and legs overhead and place the leg on the beam. Here, with the aid of the spotter, the gymnast goes into a knee scale as a finish to a back roll. A back roll to a knee scale. Inverted stunts, such as the cartwheel, should be learned with the aid of a spotter. In executing a cartwheel, the spotter can best help the gymnast with support at the waist. The gymnast executes the cartwheel concentrating on watching the beam and stretching out to all points. Push out from the center of the body. Here, the spotter assists with a handstand rollout. The spotter assists the gymnast at the waist. She kicks up to a handstand, tucks her head, bends her elbows, and lowers her body with control. The handstand rollout is completed. The back walkover requires courage and confidence. Assisted at the waist, the gymnast kicks into the walkover. The gymnast must watch the beam throughout the entire move. The kick must be strong and from the hip. We now see the stunt unassisted. Splits are an asset in creating a beam routine. Here we see them followed by a V-sit position. Getting off of the beam is called a dismount. Here we see a jump dismount. The gymnast should jump higher than the beam, outstretch the legs, and land with slightly bent knees to absorb the force. The round-off dismount. Do the round-off close to the end of the beam. The routine should flow smoothly and have variety. It is started with a mount and ends with a dismount. A router board can be used for the mount, but must be removed discreetly so as not to disturb the performer. Dance and floor skills are important in beam work. They are used as transitional moves and often keep the routine moving. In a balanced beam routine, the gymnast has 1 minute and 20 seconds to 1 minute and 45 seconds to present a combination of moves. The routine should flow smoothly and have variety. Again, all stunts and moves used on the beam should be learned on the floor first. With practice for balance and control, the gymnast can accomplish a full routine, projecting skill, grace, and beauty.